Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k17 Universe Mode. I'm BrendenPlayz, and this is the final Smackdown before the Bragging Rights pay-per-view, which is coming your way this Sunday, 2 PM Eastern Standard Time, 7 PM UK time. And tonight, Hideo Itami goes one-on-one with the Lone Wolf, Baron Corbin. Plus, we're going to see the tag team champions of Randy Orton and RhyKO up against a bit of a Shield reunion, Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose in tag action. Well, first up here on main event, we have Kane going one-on-one with Heath Slater, Aiden English up against Enzo Amore in singles action, and Alexa Bliss looking to turn around her, well, recent woes against Alicia Fox one-on-one. Kane and Slater, it is going to be Kane with the win. English and Enzo, it is going to be Enzo with the victory, and Bliss versus Fox. Alicia Fox picks up the win, so Bliss she just can't buy a win lately. She's really struggling. Well, here on SmackDown tag action as Enzo Amore and Big Cass up against Fandango and Curtis Axel. Chris Jericho will go one-on-one with Luke Harper. The Dudleys are in tag action as well against Heath Slater and Bo Dallas. We're going to see some tag action as well among the women. And we're going to see Sasha Banks and Charlotte. They're going to be put to the test. Can they get a win over one, perhaps the best women's tag team, the Bella Twins? What better tag team to face than that? And we're going to see Hideo Itami and Baron Corbin one-on-one. Of course, we now know Hideo Itami is going to represent SmackDown and Bragging Rights. Well, Baron Corbin, he wants to be the one to do it instead. Should it have been Baron? We're going to find out. And we have this main event. Rhino and Randy Orton, the tag champs, up against Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose, who have been former World Tag Team Champions themselves multiple times throughout Universe Mode. A bit of a Shield mini reunion happening here tonight. Well, Enzo and Cass up against Fandango and Axel. It is the former tag champs with a win. Jericho and Harper one-on-one. Luke Harper picks up the win. The Dudleys up against Slater and Dallas. It is going to be Bo Dallas and Heath Slater. Wow, there you go. And the Bellas up against Banks and Charlotte. The tag team of Charlotte and Sasha. There you go, gets the win. Now it's time for Hideo Itami versus Baron Corbin. Alrighty, so it is Baron Corbin and Hideo Itami one-on-one here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We found out that it's going to be Jinder Mahal versus Hideo Itami at Bragging Rights. It will be a part of the Bragging Rights competition, and it will be the Rising Star match. Two superstars who have never held a championship on either Raw or SmackDown compete one-on-one. Jinder Mahal and Hideo Itami. Of course, it is a singles championship. Of course, Jinder Mahal, a former tag team champion way back when in Season 1 of Universe Mode. It's been a long time for him, but yes, there you go. So, Hideo Itami and Jinder Mahal. But first, it's Hideo Itami and Baron Corbin. We saw Jinder Mahal beat Kalisto to earn the opportunity to be in that matchup. Now I suppose it's Hideo Itami's test, because Baron Corbin said, hey, what about me? I haven't held a championship yet. I should be the one. I should be in this match. And, I mean, he's got a fair point. We haven't seen too much of Baron Corbin featured as of late, but he's been involved in a number of matches, picking up some wins here and there. He's been pretty steady. He's been a bit of a silent achiever. And Hideo Itami, of course, coming off the big Chris Jericho rivalry, headed into Money in the Bank, had an impressive performance there. And I can understand why Edge went straight away with Hideo Itami. I think he's the logical decision, the logical choice. I think he made a good choice, honestly. Baron Corbin, well, you know, he's a bit of a risk. And maybe it's a better matchup. You know, Jinder Mahal's a pretty big man, and Baron Corbin has the size about him as well. So if Edge wanted to go for size, perhaps Baron Corbin would have been the right choice. But instead, he chose the man, Hideo Itami, who I think has been a little bit more consistent and a bit more of a proven performer. So there you go. Hideo Itami, Corbin one-on-one. We will at least get an opportunity to see how Hideo fares against Baron Corbin. This will be a good test for Hideo. Obviously a lot smaller than Baron Corbin, but the form has been there, the performances have been there, and many believe that Hideo Itami will be a future champion at some point, whether that be the Intercontinental Championship or maybe even one day the WWE Champion. It's going to be very, very tough for Hideo to get there, but he's got the talent to do it. That's no doubt about that. And he's already beaten, you know, a Chris Jericho in high-profile matches. That's impressive. That's great to have in your resume right from the get-go. So Hideo Itami already proving that he can handle against the absolute best. And you know, you want to see more of that from Hideo. He's a tough challenge here against Baron Corbin, though. As Atami has Corbin, goes for the underhook, and will pick him up and try to slam him down with Corbin, able to get the counter. So Hideo trying to pick up the much bigger man. Nearly got him, but not quite. Straight away, Corbin showing his arrogance right there, and that arrogance probably the reason why Edge didn't go with him. Obviously Atami has not shown much of respect to anyone else either, and is pretty arrogant to be fair, but you look at Atami, at least he's got the victories to kind of back it up. Baron Corbin has been a little bit hit and miss. He's had his opportunities, including an opportunity at the Intercontinental Championship. He's missed out. He's failed. And because of that, you know, he's kind of fallen down the totem pole a little bit. He's been missing out on his chances. And this is now an opportunity for him to show that, hey, don't forget about me. I deserve this opportunity. And Atami would like to beat Corbin here and get the momentum into the bragging rights matchup against Jinder, who, look, honestly, Christian has made a massive, massive risk. I mean, putting Jinder Mahal in that match against Kalisto, you know, either superstar would have been a big risk, but Jinder Mahal especially, he's been on Raw, well, he's been returned to Raw for about, you know, a little bit more than a month or so, and yes, he's had a couple of wins, he's had a loss as well, you know, but, you know, look, I think Jinder Mahal has a lot of potential, but, you know, in saying that Christian's hands were pretty much tied, he didn't have many options for this matchup, whereas Edge has got a lot of great superstars here on SmackDown who haven't quite achieved the success that perhaps they would have liked. You know, look, you know, Baron Corbin, Hideo Itami, Apollo Crews, those were some of his options that he could have went with. So he really had some great choices, some great options, and obviously going with Hideo Itami, not a bad idea. I mean, he could have even went for Sami Zayn as well, and we'll talk more about that later on, but unfortunately Sami Zayn will not be able to compete at bragging rights due to, I guess, the grueling King of the Ring tournament that he had, going all the way to the finals. Atami hits a DDT on Corbin. With Sami Zayn going all the way through to the final, he was not deemed to be fit for bragging rights. He should be ready to go after bragging rights, most likely, but it was best that he had an opportunity just to rest up a little bit after the King of the Ring tournament. So I guess that's, you know, fair management from Edge, trying to keep one of his top stars healthy, even though bragging rights is such an important event, such an important time because of what is on the line. As we found out on Monday Night Raw, Vince McMahon announcing that, well, a $500,000 increase to the salary cap will be awarded to the winner of bragging rights. And just to put that in perspective, $500,000 is about what the current champion Finn Balor is being paid. So $500,000 can sign you a main event star, a main event talent, either lure somebody from the other brand with a big money deal. A lot of contracts are expiring at SummerSlam. You could sign a big name, lure them over to SmackDown from Raw, for example, or you could sign a big name free agent. There's a lot of legends who are looking to get a contract, a lot of free agents who are looking to find a home. You could sign one, maybe two, maybe even three if you find these legends or these free agents for the right price with that $500,000 increase. And currently, SmackDown already has $700,000 available in the cap, which means they would have $1.2 million to play with. That is massive, massive money. As the deep six by Corbin, this could be it here on Atami. Corbin, oh, he just nearly got the 3 count. Referee says it was 2, very close. So yes, the winning brand, if it is SmackDown, would have so much money to play with. It would be huge as Corbin wanted to go for the end of days, but Atami countering and slams down Corbin. So bragging rights is huge. The opportunity to sign basically a main event star to your brand and really give you the edge, give you an opportunity to have a brand new star come into your show, and all of a sudden you've got that extra star power on your show. You've got a new main event star that can really give you the edge for the next 12 months of Universe Mode. Let's be honest, that's a huge, huge opportunity. And also, with that salary cap bonus, you're given the opportunity to sign an NXT superstar who is currently not a champion, whether that be an NXT superstar or a tag team. They have the opportunity to do that as well. They get first grabs first chance. So that's big as well. So bragging rights will present a huge victory, a huge opportunity, and a huge reward. And not only that, you also get the opportunity to kind of say, hey, we are the best brand. And SmackDown has won 2 bragging rights in a row, and they're shooting to make it 3 in a row. And Atami will be representing them at bragging rights, so it's crucial that Hideo Itami gets this win here, gets himself some confidence and some momentum. So far, it's not been so good, but he's looking to fire up now against Corbin. Atami with these big kicks and strikes takes down Corbin, and this is a chance now for Hideo. Corbin wanted to put him away a little bit earlier with the deep 6 and the end of days. He found the deep 6. It didn't quite work. But now Corbin back to his feet looking for a clothesline, but gets met with a spine buster instead. Big spine buster from the much littler man, slamming down the big man. And it was effective. Corbin, though, back to his feet. Atami looking to put him to sleep with the GTS right on the skull. And Corbin's hand is close to the ropes, but I don't think it's under. And oh, hang on! Corbin has kicked out! Wow! I thought for sure that was it. Well, did he kick out in time? The referee said yes. Atami, well, the first one didn't work. Let's go for it again on the much bigger man, Baron Corbin, with a second GTS. Will this work? Yes, it will. Atami with a tough victory, but one he really needed. And that will give confidence and edge, knowing that perhaps he did pick correctly. He did pick the right man. He trusted Hideo Itami, and Atami has backed it up with a good performance here tonight. He meets Jinder Mahal at Bragging Rights in the Bragging Rights brand versus brand match. It's all on the line. 5 Bragging Right matches. And SmackDown need 3 to go 3 in a row. 3 wins. And they'll earn themselves a massive boost to their salary cap and what could be the edge that they need, no pun intended, over Raw for the next 12 or so months. It's going to be big. It's going to be huge. Don't underestimate that increase of the salary cap. I know some of you were believing that, you know, 500,000 isn't much, but 500,000 could sign you a main event star. That's big. And Hideo Itami, well, can he be trusted? Let's hope he can. He put up a good performance tonight. He knows he can be rewarded greatly with a victory at Bragging Rights. He was impressive tonight. Can he back it up at the pay-per-view? Well, time for our next matchup, ladies and gentlemen, as we will see the SmackDown Tag Team Champions in action, as they'll have a tough battle here tonight in what will be a bit of a Shield mini reunion without Seth Rollins, of course, but it is Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. We'll talk more about that in a moment's time. But here is one half of the tag champs, RhyKO. Well, we're still a little bit undecided whether this tag team of Rhino and Randy Orton will work in the long term, but as for the short term, winning the tag titles over Enzo and Cass has worked out pretty well for them. But, of course, at Bragging Rights, it will be the ultimate test for them. 2 great individual stars trying to make it work as a tag team. Look, they're the tag champs, so far so good. But I suppose the jury's a little bit still out on them. Can they remain tag team champions long term? It will not be easy, we know that is for sure. But this is the match at Bragging Rights. Raw vs SmackDown. The Raw Tag Team Champions, the Club, Gallows and Anderson, against RhyKO, Randy Orton, and Rhino. What a match that will be. We'll find out which tag team is the best in the WWE right now. The Club believe it is them. Randy Orton and Rhino, I think they're just pretty much happy to be tag champs right now. I think they're happy where they're at. I don't think they really believe that they are the best. So they are definitely the underdogs, but Randy Orton can beat anyone on any given night. There is no doubt about that. So SmackDown, knowing that they have Randy Orton in that match, will have to give them a big confidence boost. And Rhino, he's no slouch either. We know that is for sure. He's come close to winning some championships in the past himself. But now he's trying to make it as a tag team wrestler with Randy Orton. The chemistry is my issue. That's my worry. They're 2 great individuals, but they haven't quite got the tag team work down packed. You know, if they can do that, then look, things could change for them. Well, you might be wondering why the hell is Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose teaming up tonight. Well, a matchup that was announced on Monday Night Raw, the 6-man tag team match, Raw vs SmackDown, a bit of a traditional match. This is what we will see. Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns, they're going to team up with the Beast, Brock Lesnar. Edge has pulled out the big guns in this matchup. 6-man tag match. SmackDown versus Raw. Cena, Joe, and Rollins versus Reigns, Ambrose, and Lesnar in a battle of the brands. SmackDown versus Raw. A bragging rights match. A match where we have traditionally seen some of the biggest names on both brands come out to try and win it for their brand. We're going to see it again this year. And we're going to see Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns team up here tonight to try and, I guess, iron out a bit of the kinks that they may have in their relationship over the years. Of course, former tag team champions as The Shield. Dean Ambrose was a part of the group. Not officially a tag team champion, I guess you could say, in terms of him defending the championship, but of course part of The Shield. And because of that, will be recognized as a tag team champion. Multiple-time tag team champions, arguably the most successful tag team in Universe Mode history. So there you go. So Reigns and Ambrose have had plenty of success, of course. They've also had a lot of issues as well. Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose having their rivalries, having their battles over the last few seasons as well. But they're trying to put their differences aside because, as I said a number of times here tonight, winning for your brand ultimately will give you great reward. Yeah, yes, you win for your brand, and winning for your brand is great. You want to prove that you're the better brand. But a guy like Roman Reigns, I don't think really cares about winning for SmackDown. Roman Reigns, he cares about championships. He cares about title shots, and that's something that he's been lacking a little bit in his opinion, as has Dean Ambrose, two men who featured pretty well in the King of the Ring tournament. So Roman Reigns, you know, he made it to the semis. He made it pretty far in that tournament, and he'll be thinking, hey, I should be rewarded for that. But he still has a bit of work to do. He's got to get his brand that victory, and if he can, then the SmackDown G-Man is Orton now with a Thesz press, striking Ambrose with some big right hands. So Roman Reigns will definitely be thinking, if I can help my brand win, Edge will definitely repay me with a championship opportunity at Finn Balor, perhaps at SummerSlam. So that's what Reigns is thinking. Ambrose perhaps the same. And of course, Brock Lesnar. We haven't seen too much of Brock Lesnar since he lost his match to Finn Balor at the Payback pay-per-view. I think we've only seen him once since against a matchup against Sami Zayn. So, you know, not a lot has really been seen of Brock Lesnar, but the advocate Paul Heyman for Brock Lesnar has, well, kind of allowed Lesnar to be a part of this match. Edge originally had Sami Zayn penciled into this one, but as we found out, Sami Zayn will not be fit to be a part of the tag match. But I think this is a better idea anyways. I can't see Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose getting along with Sami Zayn, especially Roman Reigns was eliminated in the King of the Ring by Sami Zayn, as was Sami Zayn eliminating Dean Ambrose. So that to me is a bit of a strained relationship. I think Reigns and Ambrose may be able to get along a little bit better with Brock Lesnar. So I think Edge just made that call and was probably a little bit lucky anyways that Sami Zayn was going to be injured. So probably for the best. So he's got Brock Lesnar, so he's hired the big guns. Triple H was a consideration as well, but he's gone with Brock Lesnar. I think Triple H would have been the choice if Brock Lesnar was not available. So fortunately enough for Edge, he's been able to negotiate with Paul Heyman and allow Brock Lesnar to be a part of that match. Convince Lesnar to come in and give it 100% for the SmackDown brand. So that's a big, big get for Edge to get Lesnar involved in that match. So Lesnar, he will not be here tonight. That's why he's not a part of this one. So he will be at the pay-per-view. So we'll see Lesnar at Bragging Rights. So that is huge for SmackDown. And this is a great test, obviously, for both teams. You know, Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose, we've talked about their strained relationship. This is a chance to get it back on track. And Randy and RhyKO, this is a chance to take on a great, well, form a great team of Reigns and Ambrose. Orton now, look out here. What's he going for now? With a DDT using the top rope for leverage. Wow. Excellent stuff there. And that's exactly what you want to see from Randy Orton. Now, looking for the RKO. Oh! And it only takes one, as they say, to get the victory. And Orton will be looking for that at Bragging Rights. But Reigns smacks back with a Superman punch. Randy Orton is down. Roman Reigns to beat Orton here in the middle of the ring just before Bragging Rights, but Orton kicking out. Wow, close there. Great sequence between the two. Roman Reigns looking to step up to Randy Orton with a clothesline by Orton. And I think that's the X factor about this one. You know, RhyKO, not a world champion here on Universe Mode, to be fair. Ambrose and Reigns, they've been world champions. as has Randy Orton. The club, to be fair, they haven't been world champions themselves either, but obviously a very decorated tag team, and there's a big difference between a great individual and a great tag team. We haven't really seen the great tag team work of Randy and Rhino, but, you know, in terms of individuals, Randy, former world champion, you know, he's beaten some of the biggest names in Universe Mode. You know, Randy Orton has beaten The Rock, he's beaten Triple H, he's beaten Brock Lesnar, he's beaten some of the big names here in Universe Mode. As Rhino, belly-to-belly slam! And Rhino now could be looking for a big move to put Roman Reigns away, but Reigns going to look to get it to his feet. Rhino perhaps thought about going for the gore, but Reigns was not going to be down for long enough for him to go for it. Just back to that, you know, discussion, Rhino hasn't won the big prize yet, so whilst we know he's talented, he hasn't quite got the accolades to really back it up. So Randy, he may have to do a lot of the work as Reigns went for a spear, but Rhino, well, I tell you what, he should know how to counter a spear, or I guess you could say the gore. Rhino able to make sure that he found a DDT to stop that from happening from Reigns. There's a bit of a battle of the spear here between these two men. So a bit of pressure on Rhino at bragging rights to up his game against the club. Never belly-to-belly slam. Reigns in some more trouble. This is good. This is great here from Rhino. He's looking to step up. He's looking to really perform here at his absolute best. And now Reigns looking to try and get himself back into this one. Roman Reigns, the former WWE Champion. Dean Ambrose, the former WWE Champion. The former Royal Rumble winner. The former Intercontinental Champion. Look at the accolades that Ambrose has had. Lesnar, multiple-time World Champion himself. It's a great team that SmackDown has assembled. But my only issue is can they get along? It's the same here for Orton and Rhino. Can they get along, even though they're tag champs? Rhino now looking for the gore and connecting. The gore by Rhino. Reigns in massive trouble, but Ambrose will break it up, and there is the tag team cohesion from Reigns and Ambrose. That's exactly what you want to see from that. Reigns was done, maybe. I don't know, it would have been close. But Ambrose was there to help his tag partner out, and Ambrose is looking to make this tag team work for bragging rights, knowing how big it could be for his career. Dean Ambrose has been a bit of a rough spot himself, hasn't exactly had the wins he would have liked. So, winning on the main stage, winning at pay-per-view is exactly what Dean Ambrose needs. You know, he wasn't that impressive at King of the Ring. It was close, but not the performance he would have liked. Winning this bragging rights match for his team would be huge for him, and I guess could just kickstart his career again. Getting back to the main event spot, getting back to the world title picture, getting back to being a world champion. It's been a while for Ambrose now. And now Ambrose now looking to go to the top of the rope, might be looking for that elbow. Dean Ambrose is up top, Rhino in position. Dean wants him to get to his feet. He's going to line up Rhino. Dean Ambrose looking for the elbow, but Rhino able to avoid it. Well, I've got to say, this has been good here from Rhino and Orton. Rhino with a spine buster. Rhino's really looking to step up here. Shoulders down. Great cover here by Rhino, but a kick out. Well, that was close. Really close. And Rhino, I think this is a bit of a breakout moment for him. He's up against two of the absolute best here on SmackDown. He's trying to prove that, hey, I'm no weak link. Everyone talks about Randy Orton being the man. Rhino's trying to step up and get it done for his team. And you have to appreciate that right now. But he may need a tag, to be honest. He's been in there for a little bit of time now. Dean Ambrose looking to come back into this one. Right hand now by Rhino under Ambrose. Oh, and for a spear! Or I should say the gore, but Ambrose able to counter, hit the DDT, and now Ambrose now looking to line up Rhino, looking for the dirty deeds, going for it, connecting! Dirty deeds by Dean Ambrose, the cover. Orton has to get there in time, but it won't matter. Rhino able to power out, and that's big by Rhino. As we said, Rhino's trying his absolute best to show us that he's ready for bragging rights. DDT by Ambrose, though, countering the press slam. Dean Ambrose to be frustrated at the dirty deeds and get it done. I think Randy would have got there on time, to be fair. And that's what you want to see. You want to see the tag champs on the same page. They are getting better. The chemistry is coming. But we need to see them improving. And bragging rights will be the ultimate test up against the best team in the WWE right now. Without a doubt, it is the Club. And if RhyKO and Randy Orton can beat the Club, that is a massive, massive victory. One that you just would not expect. And it might be the win that kind of just sends shockwaves through the entire SmackDown tag division. To basically remind everyone that they are the real deal. I think the jury's still out on them. I think a lot of us are still thinking, you know, is this tag team for real? It's a bit of an odd pairing. Superman punch by Reigns. RhyKO is down. He needs a tag badly. Reigns has really been working down. Reigns and Ambrose have been working down on RhyKO for quite some time now. Orton needs a tag. Orton's got to get back in there. Randy Orton, as we've said, the former world champ, up against two former world champs himself. You know, RhyKO needs to get a tag. He's up against Reigns and Ambrose, two great singles competitors and a great tag team. You do not want to get isolated. This is positive signs in that six-man tag, but not positive signs right now for the tag champs versus tag champs matchup. Reigns now heading back to the corner. Roman Reigns maybe looking to put away RhyKO here. Here it comes. The spear! Spear on spear. And I think Reigns' spear might get him the win here tonight. The cover now. Hooks that leg to Ambrose. Makes sure that Randy Orton does not get there. And Randy can't save the day. And it is Reigns beating RhyKO here tonight. You got to say, really great tag team work between Reigns and Ambrose. Great isolation of RhyKO. And you add in Lesnar to the mix, they're going to be tough to beat. Cena, Joe, Rollins, Reigns, Ambrose, Lesnar. SmackDown versus Raw. Six-man tag. What a contest that will be. What a fight it will be. Both teams looking to win for their brand, to earn them a title match. That's for sure. Big win tonight. The former Shield partners are on the same page. It might only be temporary, but it is great news for these men. Edge, Strowman, and Finn Balor. Well, we know Strowman will go one-on-one with Aries. Finn Balor goes one-on-one with Goldberg. The SmackDown GM Edge celebrates as well. Things are looking good for SmackDown, I've got to say. As bragging rights will be coming your way this Sunday, 2 PM Eastern Standard Time, 7 PM UK time. Do not miss it live on BrendenPlayz. Of course, it'll be available once the live stream is over on the channel as always. Ladies and gentlemen, who will win bragging rights? Will it be Raw? Will it be SmackDown? Leave a comment down below with your predictions. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Remember to leave a like and subscribe to make sure you do not miss any more Universe Mode episodes coming away very soon. Check out my second channel. Link will be in the description down below. Follow me on Twitter at BrendenPlayz. And leave a like on the Facebook page, BrendenPlayz, to remain up to date with everything to do with BrendenPlayz. And of course, go to BrendenPlayz.com for all of your bragging rights coverage. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you in the next video.